Header identity mapping. Slightly different variation of header identity. You add it to the system model with header-id-mapping. It also sets up the XPP user and XPP groups. In this case, you can define, like in header identity, you could define a header that it will use, and it sets the user to the value of that header and the group to the name of that header. In this case, with header identity mapping, you can specify two different headers to use, and it will actually set XPP user to the value of one header and XPP groups to the value of a different header. So in this case, let's say we want the user header to be set to whatever the value of x-rax-user is. So we'll define that in this way. And then we want x-pp-groups to be set to whatever the value is in x-rax-groups. So we set up the group header that way. So this request going in, can you guys see that at all? Okay. Sorry.
Admin, very small rocks.
Yeah, so x-rax-user going in is Jane Racker, x-rax groups is admin, and once it goes through header ID mapping, it'll add XPP user as Jane Racker and XPP groups as admin. And then rate limiting has to be configured to know about that and to limit by that group. And in this case, it shows that the limit has not been met yet, and so it allows the request to go through to the origin service. So a couple of common questions. What if, since we can define two different headers to look at, what if the user header is not in the request but the group header is? In that case, neither XPP user or XPP groups will be set. It's as if both were not there. What if the header exists but the group does not? Then it will set XPP user but does not set XPP groups. Yeah, I don't know history behind that. Do you?
Is that a bug or a feature?
It is a feature. Why it behaves that way, I'm not sure. But that is the way it behaves. So any questions on header identity mapping?